Good morning and welcome everybody. Welcome back to another video for chapter 2. This video is dedicated to fractions. I will teach you how to simplify fractions, what the difference between a mixed number and an improper fraction is, and even calculating with fractions. So let's put our thinking caps up because this video is going to be packed to the brim with knowledge. Here we go! Let's start easy. A fraction is a way of telling someone how many pieces of the pizza you want. Do I want one piece or do I want all 4 pieces for myself? When the pizza has been divided into 4 equally big pieces, you can say, I would like 1 piece. But if the pizza hasn't been cut yet, you can say, I would like 1/4 of the pizza. We write this fraction as 1/4. The 1 is called the numerator and tells me how many pieces I have. The 4 is called the denominator and tells me how many pieces make up the whole pizza. So this fraction, 4/8, tells me that pizza has been cut in 8 pieces and that I took 4. But as you see in the picture, this is exactly half of the pizza. The fraction 4/8 can be simplified to 1/2. To simplify, divide both the numerator and the denominator by 4. If you want to simplify the fraction 15/36, we look for the biggest number both the numerator and the denominator can be divided by. So we're actually looking for the HCF of 15 and 36. Which is 3. By dividing both numbers by 3, I get the simplified fraction, 5/12. Make sure you always try to simplify. This also means taking out the whole numbers. So 5/4 becomes 1/4. This is called writing an improper fraction as a mixed number. You can also go the other way by writing 2/3/5 as 13/5. You do this by multiplying the whole number by the denominator and then adding that number to the remaining numerator. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3 equals 13. So 13/5. In this paragraph, we will be adding and subtracting fractions, and I will teach you how to multiply fractions. We won't be dividing fractions anytime soon. Adding fractions shouldn't be new to you. You've probably already done this in elementary school. When adding fractions, you have to make sure the denominators of both fractions are the same. That's it. So 1/5 plus 3/5 becomes 4/5. Easy. But what if the denominators are not the same? That means you have to change the fraction by finding a common denominator. The fractions 1/4 and 2/5 cannot be added at this time. So we look for a common multiple of 4 and 5, which is 20. 40 is also a common multiple, but it's best to use the lowest common multiple. That means that the first fraction turns into 5/20 and the second fraction becomes 8/20. Now that the denominators are the same, I can add the fractions. We add the 5 and the 8 to get 13 and the denominator stays the same. So our new fraction becomes 13/20. Before we continue, we should check whether this fraction can be simplified. No, I can't divide both numbers by the same factor, and it's not an improper fraction, so I can't bring a whole number in front of the fraction. Let's now subtract fractions, which is slightly more difficult. We look at these two fractions, 1/2/5 minus 3/4. Also slightly more difficult because of the whole number. We start by looking at the denominators. They are not the same, so I have to change the fractions. As we already know that the lowest common multiple of 4 and 5 is 20, we are going to turn them into 20th. The first fraction becomes 1, 8 over 20, and the second one becomes 15 over 20. Because the numerator of the second fraction is bigger than that of the first fraction, we have to borrow from the whole number. We are going to place the 1 back into the fraction. We do 1 times 20 plus 8 to receive 28 over 20. We now have the line 28 over 20 minus 15 over 20. We subtract the numerators to get 13 and the denominator stays the same. So our answer is 13 over 20. Just like before, we check whether the fraction can be simplified. Nope. Alright, we're done. Final piece of information I want to share with you is how multiplying works. This is my personal favorite because multiplication of fractions is way easier than adding and subtracting. When multiplying fractions, you just have to multiply the numerators with each other and the denominators with each other. So 2 over 3 times 4 over 5 becomes 8 over 15. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. And 6 over 7 times 2 over 3 becomes 12 over 21. This fraction can be simplified as both the numerator and the denominator can be divided by 3. Our goal is to always simplify when possible. So our final answer is 4 over 7. When calculating an exercise such as 5 times 2 over 3, you don't even have to calculate that much. As 5 can be written as the very stupid fraction 5 over 1, I only have to multiply the 5 and the 2. So our answer is 10 over 3. This is an improper fraction, so I will take out as many whole numbers as possible. I end up with 3, 1 over 3. So multiplying a whole number with a fraction is quite easy. Final example of multiplying is when you multiply a fraction with a mixed number, or if both of them are mixed. With this exercise, I can just multiply the numerators and the denominators with each other. First, I have to turn all of them into improper fractions. So 1 over 2 becomes 3 over 2. And 2 3 over 4 turns into 11 over 4. Now that we've done that, we can do numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So 3 times 11 and 2 times 4. We end up with 33 over 8. Then we try to simplify. As 4 times 8 is 32, that means we can have a 4 in front of the fraction and leave only a 1 in the numerator. So our answer is 4, 1 over 8. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. Remember that with adding and subtracting, you need to make sure that the denominators are the same, and with multiplying, you have to make sure there are no mixed numbers in your exercise. In the next video, I will teach you how to work with negative numbers, and I will introduce to you to my dear friend Mathilda the Witch. See you then!